Hey guys, Max 2015. Welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. It's late night again, but now I don't have to whisper. Like I've said a few videos ago, my dad finally left, so I don't have to be talking in a low tone anymore. So now we can talk as loud as we want, even though, a regular voice. You guys get my drift. Anyways, there were two things I wanted to do for this video. The first one was some of you guys have been asking about my defense log, so I kind of saved it today. And look at that, the double shield has been doing fairly well. I've only gotten rated, 3 times. This was a day ago, and yesterday I got rated twice only, and today so far I've already gotten rated 1 time. Fortunately, most of these I don't have the replays anymore to share, but these are all the same guy. Actually, Coleman, and then up here, it's another person here, and then the 2 guys who rated me, they did rate me, but if you look at the kind of boost that they have, this guy had 254% gunboat energy, which is kind of silly, and this one I had 150% and 101% of damage. So, which means that my base is actually doing pretty well. The only way these people are rating me is because they have so much offensive boost, which is nuts. And I never claimed any of these diamonds, which is whoa. I just realized, look at all the intel I got. Okay, no, I guess you can only get a limited amount of intel, but you do get a decent amount of diamonds, I guess you could say. So not too bad, right? Or I kind of wanted to share some of these defenses, but I also had a lot of offensive attacks that I wanted to share too in here. My log is insanely long today for some reason. So let's just get into some of these attacks very quickly, hopefully. So I used the whole thing tonight. I threw the entire kitchen sink trying to clear my map, using TRM, Heavy Zuka, RZCM, even TGRM, which I haven't used in a long time. First base here, he only had 3 boosted ice, so it wasn't a lot. I used TRM. As usual, I won full boost with my 5 offensive statues. And you guys know the drill here. Put the rifles, put the tanks down, take out the boom cannon and the shot launcher in the front there, let the tanks spread out, take out some of those defenses, threw some critters on the left side to distract those cannons. We can go twice the speed here. Not much to see here that we haven't done like 40 times before. So let them take out the shot launcher, flare them to the left wall once they take down that 1 cannon. Yeah, flare them to the left side there, let them gather up, flare them really close to that wall, threw some critters, keep the cannon busy, which worked out really nicely. They destroyed the cannon, finish off the shield, and then a couple of those buildings. Keep on flaring against the wall. Make sure they get the sawmill and the stone storage. Now, once the boom cannon start turning, that's when you shock and you flare straight to it. I had a lot of gunboat energy, that's why I waited a little bit longer. So flare in there. As that shock wore out, threw another shock, flare straight to that boom cannon. And did I have enough for a last one? I think I did, right there. Yeah, I had a ton of gunboat energy for this particular attack. I don't know why, but I just did. So look at that. The tank cleaned up almost 70% of that base really nicely. And once they get here, it was just a waiting game. Just sit there, watch them wear down the HQ. I even have gunboat energy for 3 more heals, so that was pretty crazy. That was the first attack and it was the best one, because after that, it kind of went downhill a little bit. That was XX's base. And then this one was a bit more challenging. This one I'm pretty proud of. This guy had 5 boosted ice statues, which is pretty much the same base that I have. So, but I used the exact same strategy. Put down the rifles, put down the tanks, take down the rocket and the shot launchers on the front, let them spread out, destroy the little defenses on the side, threw some critters for those boom mines and the cannon. Once they clear the cannon and the shot launcher, flare to the left wall. Right there. Not too concerned with 1 little sniper tower. Once they destroyed it, hawk that left wall again. Let them finish off all those buildings. Take down 1 of the shields. Throw more critters. That's to distract the 1 cannon in the back there. Even though the tanks kind of took a long time for the shield. But still. And then go ahead and start shocking the boom cannons. Let them destroy it. Flare to the boom cannons. Throw another shock. let them clear those defenses, and then throw another shock, I think, right there. Flare straight to the boom cannons. Finish off the other boom cannon, though. That was, at this point, I don't think I have any more shocks left, no. I was just relying on the sheer number of my tanks to destroy it. It looks a little messy, like there's a lot going on, but really wasn't so bad. Once they get all the defenses clear around the HQ, I can just flare them back a little bit, clear from that sniper tower. I didn't want that sniper tower behind my tanks, just kind of, you know, sniping, picking them off one by one, especially because a lot of them were red. And, you know, considering he has 5 boosted eyes, this was a much tougher base than the previous base. So, but nonetheless, you know, they were still able to finish it off. I still had some time left, maybe like 15 seconds left. So, I mean, the strategy works. I mean, self-proven in here. But you can tell it's taking a long time for the HQ to come down. But eventually it did come down. And it threw a smoke in there. So that was the second base. I don't think I'm going to have time to show all the bases, but I'll try to show at least the good ones, if I can even remember which. How about my land? That's another TRM base. Oh, this base, Falafan. This was a base that had spawned in my map, you know, a little while ago, maybe like a week ago, and that was one of those bases that I attacked 25 times or 30 times, whatever the allotted time is for the day. So, and I just kept failing on him. He does have 7 ice statues, 3 of them boosted. And the laser beam. The laser beam is what kept on tricking me. That's why I put the laser beam myself a few videos ago, a few days ago. If you guys happen to see those, it was because of this one base, because I had struggled so much with him that I thought, man, a laser beam is really that effective against all strategies. But then I realized when I had the laser beam myself, it's not that the laser beam was effective, it's just that I was sucking at it, that particularly. I had kind of one of those brain fart, and I just couldn't find a way to beat him that night. And actually that happened again tonight, and you'll see why. I'll show you. But in this particular instance, on the first try, I managed to destroy him. So I don't know, it was just, I was having an off day the first time, so I was very happy because I ended up refreshing him the next day, and I was just so frustrated. I mean, if you've ever been in that situation where you just try and you blow like 5,000-6,000 diamonds in one base, you know, the key this time was just to make sure that laser beam was shocked at all times. I flared to it towards the end, and I kind of got a little lucky, you know, hoping that the Zookas would clear up all those big defenses around the HQ. It was particularly difficult because that one rocket launcher standing on the right side was still, you know, it lasted this long, so I wasn't too sure if I was going to beat him or not. But I threw a shock, hoped for the Zookas to finish him off, and after that I had to move them back quickly because the boom cannon in the back was still within range. But once I got him there, all the Zookas were clear. I took a double look, and I noticed that the boom cannon was a couple of squares behind the HQ, so the Zookas would be right about, you know, clear from his range, which was perfect. So I was able to take him down, you know, on the first try. Like I said, I was really satisfied with it because I had lost to him many times. So, you know, if hopefully he'll remember my name, because he probably laughed his ass off when he saw me lose to him the first time. So now we can just move along. Yeah, that was definitely a good win, good revenge because I still remember him when he spawned. I was like, oh my god, it's him again. But anyways, this time we got him down, so I was happy, very happy. Where else did we go? Falfan. How about this base here? Nothing too. It's RZCM. There's a couple of TGRM bases. We haven't had those in a while, so why not? This was an easy base, right? Yeah, only 4 ice statues. Is it 4? Yeah, 4 ice statues. Oh, 5 ice statues. There's 2 over here. 5 ice statues, but none of them were boosted, which just means, you know, easy. That's why I used TGRM, because I thought, oh, if it's an easy base, why not? It might be fun to use it again. So, and you guys have, if you've seen my older videos, then you've seen this strategy a million times. Just put the tanks in the front, put the grenadiers behind them, try to clear as much as you can. Throw a smoke to cover those tanks right there, keep them away from that cannon, and in the meantime you can see the grenadiers getting rid of that rocket launcher behind the cannon, which is the wonderful thing about grenadiers, is that they can clear all the defenses behind the defenses, which is great. Let's see, maybe I'll zoom out a little bit for you guys. Right here I put down the rifles. This was a good point because as we're starting to move into the base, I needed the rifles to start, absorbing some of the shots from the boom cannons, which they did really, really nicely right there. You can see I had a ton of grenadiers left. Again, though, I have to, remind myself that this base was not boosted, even though it had 5 ice statues. But as long as they're not boosted, it's going to be an easy attack, especially if I'm fully boosted. Right there, I just threw some smokes to let them gather up. And as the smoke cleared, just throw a shock the big defenses, and then just let them, go to town and wreck everything around. Grenadiers are super powerful if you have enough of them and they chug their grenades together. They're super deadly. And you can see there's 3 cannons, 2 boom cannons, and the little cannon there, all shooting at the rifles, which is great because that's the entire point of bringing rifles. They did spread out a little bit. The rifles kind of, started walking up to the top of the base, which kind of, exposed a little bit the guys down there, but it didn't matter. I still have 2 rifles who just died in there. Once that second boom cannon went down, it was a piece of cake. It was just flare up, let them finish those buildings, and the whole goal here was to go for that shield and wear down the shield generator itself. So you'll see right there, parked all the troops nicely. They'll take down the shield generator in a little bit, and then move them all the way to the left right there so they can find a safe space clear from the shot launcher and the boom cannons, and they can just finish off the HQ there. So I do love using TGRM. It's probably the most fun of the troops, I have to admit, for me at least. It's just that it hasn't proven very effective against these really high level bases. So right there, that base went down pretty quickly. Okay, so we're almost at 12 minutes, or we're already at 12 minutes. I didn't see, but which base was that? So there's another TGRM base here, RZM. Let's just do this other TGRM just very quickly. This was tougher than the previous one, was it? Oh no, he only had 2 eyes. Hey, if he only had 2 eyes, even though they were boosted, I'm not going to waste time showing it. There was one attack I want to show here, the heavy Zuka one. This is the one that I call like reverse smoke, when I smoke all the way to the back of the HQ and then smoke backwards down to the HQ itself. He had a little bit of eyes. What is it? 2, 4, 5 eyes. Yeah, 5 eyes. Only the building health masterpiece boosted. So put down the heavies in the front, the Zukas behind them, and then take down some of the buildings in the front so they could gather up together, and then smoke them all the way to the back. I did lose a little handful of Zukas, but I still had enough surviving, so that was fine. So I just kept on going with the attack. Very careful with the smokes again, especially with the Zukas. Kind of reflare right there. They walked out of the smoke a little bit there, so the main thing is just try to remain calm even if your troops walk out of the smoke. Flood to the sniper tower, put down some critters, and then just let the Zukas clear out the shield generator and as many buildings as possible, trying to create a path so I can smoke back to the HQ. So right about there you'll see the flare, and then 2 smokes, 1, 2 right there. It was a little tricky. I did have to do this twice because the first time it didn't work very well, mainly in the second smoke part. And then in here, as the smoke runs out, flare to the HQ, put some critters, shock the defenses around it, and then try to heal those Zukas if possible right there, and then just let them snipe the HQ. When this strategy works, I think it's a beautiful thing to watch. I love it. Probably one of my favorite attacks, but if it doesn't work, things can go south so quickly, and you lose all your troops very, very quickly too. Alright, so that's about all I wanted to show as far as replays go. You guys can see how many times I attacked this Diablo guy. In fact, I'm not able to beat him. He's still sitting in here. I already attacked him, 25 or 30 times, which is the allotted time. And I think, again, just like that previous base with the laser beam that I mentioned, I think I'm just, it's late at night and I'm really tired. It's the last base, and I kind of had a brain fart and I can't beat him for some reason tonight. And I'm already out of tries, so I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to refresh him because he only has 4 boosted ice statues, so he doesn't have a lot of ice. So I can definitely beat him. I just need to play with a clear mind tomorrow. It's just a typical center base with the Shock Blaster. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to beat him. So I'll do it again tomorrow. I'll definitely take him down. Before I wrap up the video though, I know it's gonna be a long video again. Hopefully it won't be over 20 minutes. I do have Mr. Biao here, which is the global #1. Granted, I know the rumors say that his account was hacked, or the poor guy just stopped playing or whatnot. And I do feel bad about it, and I take no pleasure in taking a base like this because it's completely unboosted, no statues, nothing, no prototype defenses. However, he is still the global #1, which means I will get the top player bounty. If you can see it on the bottom left here, which is 3 guaranteed crystals. So I thought we'll do that in here, at least in the video. Do we still have boost going? Not like I need it, but still. You can see I used up all of my gold. So this is the second time Biao spawned on my map after he lost all the statues. So the first time I did it, I got the three crystals, which was pretty great. This time we'll get 3 more. So I'll take down as much as I can. I don't think I have to worry much. Like I say, there's no boost in this base, so there's really not much for me to do. We'll just let the troops, walk around, take him down. Throw a little medkit with those flamethrowers. Ooh, those flamethrowers, they still do damage. Wow, interesting. Finish up the shock launcher, and then I guess I won't do anything. Out of sheer respect for someone who has reached global #1, I'm just gonna let my troops walk. Although I am losing money. I mean, losing gold by losing troops. Whatever. We can throw some critters towards the HQ. Right there. Yeah. He did spawn on my map a couple of times when he was pushing with the 7 fully boosted statues, and I just skipped him a couple of times because, oh, look at the 3 crystals there. Isn't that amazing? 3 crystals for taking down the world #1 and 2 more victory points. And we only lost 50 rifles, which is pretty great. So we're at 1,372 victory points. Oh, there's one more bit. Let's make it 1,373 just to close up the video. Nail, it's a pretty easy base. Well, all NPCs are easy. I'm sure you guys would agree on that. Let's see if we can take out some of these snipers here. Yeah, and then just let the troops do their thing. The critters will, take a lot of the shots, which is good. Maybe get rid of these towers over here. Ooh, the troops are starting to wander. I'll just shock them here. Oh, that was such a terrible shock. Wow, awful. Whatever. The HQ is going down already, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see where that puts us at. And we got a little shard. Nice. Okay, let's just retrain them. 1,373. My map is perfectly clear out of, regular bases. Only Diablo is left, but we'll take care of him tomorrow. I am not going to skip him. Not after I invested so much time and effort and gold. I'll definitely take him down tomorrow. Let's see. So, as far as the local leaderboard... Oh, I made it to number 10 in the US. Nice. Oh, that's still not in the top. Okay, so at 1,373, made it to top 10 US. Not bad. And let's see, global. And you guys can see Biao is still up #1 up there. He'll still be #1 for at least another week. But, T.O. Daiso, Uncle T.O., he's going to make #1 soon. Good for him. So I'm at 90. Oh, so as far as global, I cracked the top 100 in the world, so that's not bad either. Hopefully we'll crack into the top 90 soon. Just a couple more victory points. So victory points are coming along nicely. It does take a lot of effort, though. I'm not gonna lie. Pushing is pretty stressful, and sometimes when you want to just take a rest and not play at all, you still have to play. At least that's how I feel. I know my friends here at CWAP, they have taken time off. What happened there? That was kind of laggy. Yeah, some of them they've taken days off. 2-3 days at a time. Break from playing, and they're still doing well with their victory points, but you know, it's just my personal thing. I feel like if I don't play for one day, my VP count is just gonna drop a lot. So anyhow, that's just me. I'm just gonna keep playing every day until we'll see how long we can push. Or alright, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the replays. I know it was a little bit rushed, but I'm trying to set a goal for myself to not make these videos too long, which, by the way, it's already long. So in that note, on that bombshell, we're just gonna end the video. Okay, guys? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.